So in spite of being subject to violence and armed mercenaries and dog attacks, members of the Standing Rock Sioux tribe, along with other water protectors, are starting to gain steam in their fight against the Dakota Access Pipeline. Now naturally, this has basically forced President Obama to respond. Now what he's trying to do is walk a fine line so that way he can somehow appease the protesters but still make his corporate donors happy. NPR explains, President Obama said Tuesday that the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is examining possible alternative routes for the Dakota Access Pipeline. We're monitoring this closely, and I think, as a general rule, my view is that there's a way for us to accommodate sacred lands of Native Americans, Obama said in an interview with the news organization Now This. He adds, I think right now the Army Corps is examining whether there are ways to reroute this pipeline in a way. So we're going to let it play out for several more weeks and determine whether or not this can be resolved in a way that I think is properly attentive to the traditions of the first Americans. So his solution would solve one dimension of what is a multi-dimensional issue. Yes, it is the case that this pipeline would violate Native American sovereignty if it does continue on its current route, but that's not all that they're protesting about, Obama. Are you even listening? They also want to protect their water supply, hence the reason why they're calling themselves water protectors, and they are water protectors. They're saying, look, not only would this violate Native American sovereignty, but simply rerouting the pipeline wouldn't prevent another oil spill, and it would make millions of residents in North Dakota, including Native Americans, vulnerable, as their water could potentially be poisoned from another oil spill. Not to mention the planet is at stake here. So how about this, Obama? How about for once in your whole presidency, in the 8 years you've been in office, you actually stand up for what's right and take the right side of an issue for once? We elected you as the progressive that you ran on, and you've become a conservative and a centrist as soon as you got in office. And that hasn't changed. So maybe just once, one time, throughout your entire presidency, stand up for what's right and get on the right side of the issue for once. I'm really sick of Democrats who consistently want to compromise with big businesses that want to ruin the planet, and banks that want to crash the economy, and Republicans that want to discriminate against disadvantaged groups. Just one time have some goddamn backbone and take an unequivocal stand for what is right. Stop compromising. Say, no, I am not allowing this pipeline to be constructed. Say that. When are you going to give us something? The people who elected you, who got you in office, who donated to you, who canvassed for you, who phone banked for you, when are you going to give those people something, Obama? So this is not a compromise. Let's call it what it is. This is a cop-out. This is Obama trying to give protesters something, but meanwhile allowing his corporate donors to run the country like they've been doing throughout the 8 years that he's been in office. It's a joke. And if you want to criticize people for not supporting Hillary Clinton, Obama, maybe this is why. Because they know that she's going to do what you do, but maybe even worse. She's going to get in office and compromise. And her silence on this issue is deafening, because we know that she's probably in favor of this pipeline being constructed. And we know that you are too, because that's where the money is. You have unequivocally taken a stand on the side of your donors throughout your presidency. So I'm not surprised that you're not changing that now.